Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to today's video. So, I know this is really strange. Why on earth have I just put... I'm looking for my tray. Oh, it's here. Oh my god. Oh my days. Alicia, what is wrong with you? My tray was literally here and I'm like looking all over. Where's my tray? Yeah, it's right in front of your nose, Alicia. That's where it is. Oh, goodness. So, today it is probably an unexpected WIP and Chat, considering I usually do them on a Monday. And as you notice, I didn't do my usual Monday WIP and Chat this week, just because I had a assignment deadline that was for Tuesday. So this weekend, at the points that I've been in the house, which I will explain, other things that I have been doing, but at the points that I've been home, I've been working on my assignment, and like on Monday as well, I spent the whole day working on it because it was due Tuesday morning. So I was just finishing it all up, which I was so proud of myself. It went pretty well, to be fair, and I did it completely on my own. Like, usually I have to ask like James to help me word things that I want to say. Like, I tell him what I'm talking about and he'll tell me how I could word it. But I like completely did it all myself, which I'm so proud of. And yeah, it went well. So that's all over and done with now. It is currently Wednesday, so I am going to be filming this and getting it straight edited so it can be put up at 4 PM. So yeah, that's why you didn't get your usual Monday WIP and Chat. But it's alright, because this is the really good thing with like having other pre-recorded videos, which I'm so happy that, you know, I still have, and I decided to carry on pre-recording because it just meant I could just rejig it a little bit, jig it around, and you still had a video for Monday, so it's just swapped this week. It will be back to Monday next week, I hope, but yeah, it was just because of that assignment. So let's think back to what I needed to tell you about. So last week, let's first start with Tuesday. So Tuesday, I went to Slimming World and I gained a pound. It would have been even worse if I went last night, but we'll not discuss that. I couldn't be bothered. I wanted to go out for a meal instead. I know, that's really bad. I got very drunk. I'm kind of a bit hungover. But anyway, jokes aside, yeah, I gained a pound, but that was fine because I'd not been in like 3 weeks. And I'd had lots of meals. It's a bit like next time I go. So when I go, but actually I won't be there next week, because next week I've got a concert. So yeah, when I go again, like in another 3 weeks, it'll probably be the same sort of story. But I can only try my best. You know, I've got to live life as well. I've got to enjoy myself. And so I've got a few concerts this week. I've got 3 actually. And they're coming. I've got one tomorrow, one Friday, which are the same concert. I'm just going twice, which I'll discuss in a minute. But then I've got one next Tuesday as well. So there's a few things there. that'll probably mean that I put on weight, but it's alright. I was expecting it to be way more than £1, so when it was only £1 I was like so happy. I was over the moon with that. So yeah, that was Tuesday. Trying to think, was there anything Wednesday? Don't think so. I was off last week because it was half term, and I've also been off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday this week because it's also half term. But then tomorrow and Friday I have actually got to go into uni, which is annoying considering they're the 2 days that I've got my concerts. So it's going to be like a bit pushed for time, which is just irritating. But and that's the thing, like, with teacher training as well. Well, teaching in general, like, it's nice you get all the half terms and things like that, but you know, it's harder to make things like that work, like, because I have to finish when I finish. And then I've just got to like kind of rush. Whereas like in other jobs you'd probably like book off the day or the afternoon to be able to go quickly and get to your concert in time and stuff like that. But it'll work. I've just decided that I'm going to take my makeup to uni because so basically, I'll tell you about this, but at the weekend I finally got my contact lenses. Finally got to go to my contact lens trial, and I really do like them. I mean, it can be a bit tricky to put them in and take them back out, but I really genuinely like using them, and it makes a huge difference to be able to see and not have to wear my glasses. But basically, contact lenses can only be in really for like 10 hours max, 10 or 12 hours max, and especially when I'm quite new to it. So for me to wear them on Thursday and Friday, I need to put them in like no earlier than say like 12 o'clock. But when you're wearing makeup, you have to put your contact lenses in and then put your makeup on. So it's not even the case that I can like do my makeup in the morning and just put my contact lenses on like in my lunch break at 12:30. So I'm going to have to take my makeup with me and my contact lenses and do it on my lunch break, because that's the only way kind of around it. Because obviously the concert doesn't start till 7:30, I want to say, probably. It says that doors open from like 6:30, but they don't usually finish till like 10 o'clock. So yeah, that's going to be a bit irritating, but it is what it is. So last week there wasn't really much else during the week, I don't think. I was trying to write my assignment. Yeah, just doing that basically. Although I did have a few days off where I did just diamond paint. I just thought, I'm too tired, I'm just fed up. But I got my assignment done in time. Today I've just literally got some reflections to write up about my time at school, like for the induction days that were before half term. And I've got a reading to do for tomorrow. And that's it. That's all I've got left to do. So I feel like I'm in a good place. Really, even though, you know, I had a few days off last week, which I wasn't really intending. But at the end of the day as well, because I've had an extra week at this point, I'm losing a week at Christmas. So our Christmas vacation, we're meant to have 3 weeks, but because my half term was longer, they've said to me I need to do a week extra after Christmas. And because of that, like the rest of the cohort, they won't have an assignment to do, and they will genuinely just get a week to just chill and just enjoy themselves. Whereas I had this week off, but I still had my assignment due, and I still had uni on the Friday as well, so it wasn't even like I could go away for a week, you know what I mean? She's irritating, but you know, not that I could really afford it with buying a house. So that's what I said about Christmas as well. Originally, I think if we didn't have a house, I would have gone on like a 2-week holiday at Christmas, but like after Christmas, because like to have the actual Christmas day at home, which is in like the first week of the holidays, and then I'd have maybe gone away, but it's not to be, because I want to spend money on making my house pretty. Like, that now is my priority. I love buying house stuff, and we've been buying bucket tons of house stuff. We've literally, like, every single week been buying something. So I have a list still, though, as long as my arm of stuff that we need to buy. But this weekend we went to IKEA, so this was a Saturday, and we got glasses and mugs. That was our thing. So we now have our, like, just normal drinks glasses in our mugs. Then we went to, so this was after I'd gone to the opticians to get my glasses. Not glasses, my contact lenses. We also went to B&Q to look at lighting. Didn't really see it. We've decided that we're gonna get it online instead, because we've seen a few places like made.com and Next and some other ones that are really nice. I got my, I don't know if I told you last week, I got my Smeg kettle and toaster. So we've got that. Got like bedding. Oh yeah, we got the bedding this week. So I've ordered that. So like the duvet pillows. Because you see, we're getting a king size. So we needed all that new, like we couldn't bring it from the other house, because I've only got a double. So we wanted new bedding. I mean, you want it as well, don't you? It's not really a case of, you know, like, oh, it's because I have to. I think anybody would be in the same position where if you've bought a house, you like everything to be new and fresh. Now, granted, if you can't, then you can't, but I want to at least try my best to get most stuff so it is nice and new, and it just feels like a nice, clean, fresh new house. Because like, we're going to go in, we're waiting for the date to be set, and this is another story. The solicitors are doing my head in now, like irritating me. Something chronic. I'm just checking my emails, because I'm constantly checking emails to see if they've responded to me, and they've not been. Nope, still not. Which is super annoying for them, because they're usually really fast at responding. So I feel like they're avoiding us now, and we're just wanting to set a date. Like, we wanted in October to have a date set. Like, it's infuriating. And as well, because we know that the sellers are also like really keen to move like out and get us into the house. We're going around this weekend to measure up stuff, and they're really sweet. Like, they were like, yeah, sure, that's perfectly fine. If you want to like bring your parents as well, that's also fine. Not that we are, but it was nice for them to say. It's really sweet. And yeah, I just think that the solicitors are just being words that I can't even think of that aren't swear words. Basically, what has happened, I can't even think what I was saying before I started whinging about the solicitors. But what has happened is, so I emailed to say, okay, what are we waiting on now? Because I know that we've signed stuff, we've sent it in, and she said, okay, we're just waiting on these few documents and then we can start talking a date. Well, I'd not heard anything for a few days, so I sent an email on Monday saying, where are we at now? And she says, well, we're still waiting on these documents. I says, well, what documents are they? And she told me, and this is what I mean by usually communication's really, really fast. Like, I email, oh, what documents we need, and within an hour I've got a reply. Oh, sorry. I've got some ease. So anyway, I then get on to the estate agents, which are great because they phone up the sellers and ask for them to chase their solicitors, which they did. They chased their solicitors, who said that they've actually sent the documentation already on the 18th. So then I thought, well, that's when they said that's when I got the last email to say that they'd sent part of the documentation. So I don't know what's happening. I don't know if the sellers actually did send it all and our solicitors have just not seen it, or if they haven't, and then at that point I need to kind of go back and say, okay, well, you have sent documents, yes, but you've not sent the correct documents. You need to make sure you send these. You know, I just need to get in touch with somebody to find out what's happening. But yeah, they got forwarded from our estate agent the email correspondence that says, we sent them this documentation on the 18th. They haven't responded. You see, we've got an online portal as well, where every email and stuff that they send out gets put onto that portal, so everybody involved in the case can see, so our estate agent can see, and myself and James can see. So like the estate agent, like, we've been communicating really, really well, because she's seen I've emailed them because it got put on the portal, and then she was like already on it with their solicitors, with their sellers' solicitors, because she saw that what they'd come back to me about and wanted to chase them, because everybody, like the seller and us, we're really eager to get stuff moving along now. It's really stupid. A lot of people say it's infuriating, and I was like, oh, everything's going really, really well, and then this, and I just feel stonewalled. I phoned up this morning, got through to the reception, so I used their direct line numbers for both of the, I don't even know how you say it, conveyances, is that how you say it? The two solicitors that are on my case. I used their direct lines, got no answer. So phone reception, they were like, yeah, that's fine, we'll put you through. And they were like, oh, they're both not answering. Can I get them to give you an urgent call back? And I'm like, yeah, please. Not heard anything. Like I said, I mean, this was yesterday that I've emailed. I've never had to wait over 24 hours for a response. And the thing is, it's getting to the point now where, you know, we're on like the 27th of October. like I said, I was really hoping for a date to be settled. And, you know, we're waiting on a few documents that probably we could get hold of pretty quickly. So I don't understand why it's taking forever. It's really peeing me off now. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So I'm furious. But yeah, I'm wanting to like get all new stuff for the house. I mean, originally this is how we got to talking about going this weekend to measure up, is because the sellers wanted to know if we wanted the settee, because they don't want it. Like, they wanted to know if we just wanted it for free, probably because they can't be bothered to get rid of it. But like, I mean, we have a sofa that we want to get, and literally the second we get a date, we are going to SES and we are getting the sofa and carpets. Like, that is a fact, because I want them ASAP. I don't even know why we're waiting for this date. I think it's just because, I don't know, knowing my look, you know, we'll think, oh, we've got to get a settee because they take like 12 weeks and whatnot, blah blah blah. And then we get a date, and for some reason the date ends up being like in like 3 months time. You know, I don't know. I just know my look, it'd just be like too far in advance. I don't think it is going to be, but I want that reassurance. I want to know the exact date so we can go and say, this settee is not going to be ready by this date, is it? And they'll go, no. I'll be like, that's fine. As long as we're in, I don't care when it... Well, I do care, but as long as we're in when the settee's ready, or it's our house, that's all I care about. Otherwise, then poor people will be like, well, I don't really want them to be using our settee. To be honest, the timeline I want in my head is that we get the keys, we can get in, we can rip up the carpet, we can paint all the walls, so it's completely fresh paint on the walls. New carpets come in. Once they're down, bed, and then I want to start like literally living in there like as soon as carpets are down and bed's in. Do you know what I mean? That's my goal. So it's just stressing me out now, because it's all on a date, and I want to know what day of the week it is. I want to plan out the time and the lot. Let me just save this memory card. So yeah, it just seems like, doesn't it, that there's a lot of waiting around, and it's just all out of my hands, which is the irritating part. I mean, I'll come off of this WIP and Chat probably, and I'll ring them back because I'm just getting irritated. So they will answer me at some point. They better bloody do. It's just so irritating then when you can't get hold of somebody, isn't it? I think that's the most irritating thing in the world. Because I can't even complain until I've got hold of someone, you know. And I know, you know, people might be thinking it's only been like a few days, but it's like, yeah, but then days quickly turn into weeks. Like, you know, it has been now 6 or 7 weeks, and the average from like start to finish is about 8 to 12. So the time is elapsing, and it's elapsing pretty fast, to be fair. And when I think the irritating part is when you know both parties are ready. Like, I wasn't really bothered by it like last week, because, you know, even though we were ready, I was kind of thinking, well, you know, it's got to be a little bit of time anyway, because they're probably not quite ready to move yet, because they're just moving, the sellers are moving back in with the parents, because they're looking, as they said, for like their forever home. So they wanted to sell theirs because, you know, you can't really start buying until you've sold your house, and they didn't want their forever home to like come on the market and then not able to do anything about it because they've got to sell their home first. So I think that that's why they wanted to sell. But then they've not found anything as of yet, so they're moving back with her parents. So, and like I said, I didn't think that they would be in much of a hurry to do that, to be fair. But then this weekend came and we're like looking around B&Q, and the estate agents phoned and we're like saying, oh yeah, they're like preparing to get packed up and everything. So they're like thinking about moving themselves, like moving out. And I'm like, well, we want to move in, and all we're doing now is just waiting around for solicitors, and it's really peeing me off. And I don't know how you're meant to chase when nobody's answering you. It's a bit like how when we started looking, we both wanted to look around these new builds. Funnily, in Harworth, like that, not the same houses that we've got. It's a different building company, because like, so basically in Harworth, there's where we're moving to, there's 3 different building companies, and yeah, it was one of the different ones, but yeah, we wanted to look around them, and you had to book appointment. It was like by appointment only. So I'm like, great, okay, that's fine. Went to phone up. Constantly was getting like, oh, we'll get somebody to phone you back. Or in fact, no, it never even got to somebody to say we'll get them to phone you back. It would just always just ring and ring and ring, and I couldn't get through. And I filled out the forms online, you know, and sent emails through, and nobody got in touch with me, and weeks and weeks and weeks elapsed. And it wasn't until like we secured this house and, you know, we'd already signed stuff that we eventually like got a phone call, and they were like, oh, hello, we're from Tilia Homes. We're phoning up to see if you wanted to book a viewing. Well, no, I don't want to book a viewing now. It's been 3 weeks. It's ridiculous. So it's similar to that. It's like we really wanted to look. I mean, I don't think I would have gone for it in hindsight now, but at the time we really wanted to look around like them new builds, and it wound me up though that we couldn't. So yeah. I want to check my email. I swear to God, I want to check him again. It's really like, yeah, stressing me out. Nope. I'm going to keep doing this and doing this and doing this, aren't I? Just checking junk, even though they don't go to junk, I'm still checking junk. And James is getting riled up. I've told him to keep phoning as well. We'll become irritating as well, and that's what I didn't want. I didn't want us to become like irritating clients, but at the end of the day, if somebody's phoned you up, you know, if you're on a call, you get off a call and you phone them back. You don't just think, oh, I'll deal with it later. Like, I'm phoning up because I want to be able to chase their solicitors. Because I feel like I know what's happened. I feel like that documentation that they've sent isn't what our solicitors are asking for. So I then need to go back and say, yes, they've seen what you've sent them on the 18th, but it's not correct. So you need to send these things. Or our solicitors aren't responding because they were wrong and they don't want to admit it. But then they're just making us more mad. I would much prefer like an email saying, sorry about that, Alicia, you know, it turns out they did send these things on the 18th. We'll process them for you now. I'd rather know that than just be like, I don't know what's happening. Anyway. I need to stop complaining. My head. Anyway, I think I'm going to leave it after this colour. I was contemplating like doing the whole section with you guys, but I do need to get this processed and up and everything, so that you've got a video today. Thank you to everybody though that genuinely has been like commenting and saying that they enjoy listening to me. I just feel like a whinger. Like, I don't even think they should be called WIP and Chats. I feel like they should be called WIP and Whinges, because all I ever do is whinge. And I don't know why as well. You know what, I'm usually somebody that isn't lost for words, but sometimes I just get on these and I'm umming and ahhing for ages and it's like I don't even know what to talk about anymore. Pretty useless. It's making me feel proper useless, but yeah, I really do like discussing this stuff with you guys, like, which is crazy because you're putting it on the internet and, you know, I could easily say something that people don't like, but I don't know, I feel like I'm talking to somebody that can be just completely impartial. It's a way to like get stuff off my chest, especially about the house stuff, or like when James is irritating me or whatever. I feel like I can always get that off my chest with yous. So yeah, I am nearly finished this section. I'm not doing too bad on this. I think I'm like halfway down already. I love a Mandie Manzano piece for like how fast you can work them up, and I'm doing it all single placed because this is going on my wall in my office slash craft room slash second bedroom, along with my other Disney paintings, my other Disney Mandie Manzanos. So all them will be single place, and now I'm wanting to get them done as well. So I just need to have more time in the day, basically, because I need to do this one, then do Fairest of Them All, then do the Beast, and then they're done. But yeah, that's what I need. I need more time in the day. But anyway, thank you so much for liking, subscribing, commenting, and of course watching. And until next time guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!